You all, if you took that business success spectrum assessment, I built that in AI. If you put in an application for the 0 to 2K, the application part, built that in. Like it does so much. So I wanted to give you guys a quick demo of the tool because if you're paying for Canva in any capacity, you have access to this. I also wanted to just give you an idea of how you could use it in your business. Hi, Shanda. I'm so glad you're here. I want to give you an idea of how you could use it in your business. One of the number one lead magnet techniques that I love the most is a quiz. People love quizzes. People love self assessments. They want to know more about themselves or they want to get some information. And this is a really easy way for you to use this in your business to get more leads, right? When people like, it seems like every other week they have download my checklist for this or my whatever for that. You can use this to do that for your business. So I'm going to walk you guys through that. And then after that, I'm here. I can answer whatever questions. I know some of you guys are in the 0 to 2K challenge and you have a lot of work to do. So we could work on that stuff if you have questions, anything like that. I'm here. I was like, I'm going to be at my desk from 12 to at least 1:30. So let me take advantage of it and see if there's something I can help you guys with. Let's get started with the Canva piece. I'm going to share my screen. And if you guys have any questions or if there is something that I can show you specifically, let me know. I'm going to start in ChatGPT. I've been playing a lot with Claude, CLAUDE.ai, and I've been in love with ChatGPT for about 2 years now. But I'm going to
Your
start in
significant other.
ChatGPT. My significantly significant other. I'm gonna start in ChatGPT. Can you guys see my screen that says the ChatGPT? Good to see you, Nicole. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. All right. So I think I want to do a quiz around mindset. I keep a document that just has a description of what I do, the work that I do, my Hero Academy group, my Vision and Victory group, a document for design theory. So I'm going to load this document into ChatGPT just so that it has a foundation to build these questions for me. Okay. I recommend that you guys do this. Those of you who are doing the challenge, you can use your workbook because your workbook has all of your information in there. You've done the lead magnet launchpad training with me before, Yvonne. That document that we created that has all of the information about our pain points and our clients. You can use that and feed it into your ChatGPT as often as you need to, or you can do what I do. I use projects. And when you use projects in ChatGPT, it stores that information in there. So I'm not going to go into my project because I wanted to show you guys this step. But if it was just me doing it by myself, I would just come into my Hero Academy project and it would already have all of my files. But for the practice of this demo, I want to show you this. So this file has like the pain points, my target audience, what I offer, all of those things. And now I'm going to ask ChatGPT, I'm going to tell it exactly what I want to do. I want to create a quiz using Canva AI. I want you to craft a prompt for me that would create a 5-question quiz around mindset for solopreneurs. Come up with 5 witty, funny, but direct to the pain points questions and a ranking system. After you create the quiz, create the prompt for Canva AI. Okay. I like doing it this way because it's going to give me something with a little more oomph than if I just had Canva AI build it. But when we get to Canva, you're going to see that you don't have to come to ChatGPT. You could literally just put this into Canva AI and it will do it for you. Keep hitting my microphone. If I could put it over here. Okay. Also, if you are using the paid version of ChatGPT, you can now connect your Canva as a connector into ChatGPT. So because I have my Canva connected with my ChatGPT, it's already prompting me, hey, do you want me to just do this? And then you can use Canva as the answer. I'm not going to do that because I want to walk you guys through from the ground level, right? You guys, like I said, me and ChatGPT, we been hip to hip for a long time. So I'm not going to show you all the shortcuts because when you go in, you're not going to know how to do this if you don't have all these connections set up. So just an FYI, if you do have your connector set up, you don't have to even go into Canva. You could just click this button right here and it will use Canva for the answer. Okay, so here's a type, funny, pain point, honest 5-question mindset quiz. They're going to rate these items from 1 to 4, pricing, time, content to cash, whatever. I don't even read these things, right? Like I'm like, you can if you want to take the time. Here's the Canva AI prompt. Boom. It's got everything in here. It's explaining it to how to do the scores and what the design notes are. Okay, so I am going to just copy this and then we're going to go into Canva. So when you come into your Canva, hopefully yours doesn't take as long to load as mine does. And you're on this intro page, you're just coming right here. If you're like in Canva and you're making designs and stuff, you can come over to the side here and hit Canva AI if you need to. Otherwise, you can just do it here. First thing I want to show you is make sure you've selected Canva AI. And then the next thing you want to make sure you do, oh, my computer is really struggling, you guys. It's really slow. There should be some prompts coming up here. We want to choose code for me. Okay, so make sure when you're in Canva AI, before you start putting your prompt in, you want to do code for me. We're creating a code here. Okay, so I'm going to choose code for me. Then I'm going to paste in my prompt. I cannot stress enough that you could skip the ChatGPT step. You could just come into Canva, hit Canva AI, hit code for me, and you could say what I said to ChatGPT. You could say it to Canva, and it will create it for you without all of that. Okay, that's it. So we just copied in what I wanted to call, what I wanted to create, and we're going to hit go. And this is probably going to take about maybe 2 minutes for it to start coding. And you'll start seeing it run the code on the side. Okay, so what you can do with this after the code is complete, it's going to actually create the page. It's going to actually create the quiz. The quiz is going to be clickable. The person is going to be able to submit and add stuff to it. What you want to do is you want to keep coming back here to edit it and tell it what you want. What I did not tell it to do was I didn't tell it after the person finishes the quiz, give them a button that takes them to book time with me, or give them a button that takes them to my lead magnet. That would be the next thing that you would do after you've created your quiz. Does that make sense? While this is going, I can answer any questions that you guys have about like how you would create this and how you would use this. Make sense? Okay. So this is how you could embed this into what you already have. If you have a website and you're comfortable on the back end, you could just embed this code into the website. But I'm going to show you how to do it just in Canva because who needs to do all this extra work?
I have a question. What
Yeah.
did you take? You only took part of the ChatGPT chat prompt. What part did
Mhm.
you take?
I took the prompt because
Okay.
I asked ChatGPT to do two things. I asked it to create the quiz and then I asked it to create the prompt.
Okay.
And so
Got
I
it.
just needed the prompt. Yep. Okay, so they're telling you this is what a person would see. If I don't make any changes to this is what they would see. When I quote my price, my inner voice acts like I just committed a felony. Ooh, that's me. Ooh. I wait for a whole free day to work and then I use my spare 27 minutes. Sure, sometimes. All right, so while I'm testing this, I notice that it keeps jumping down to the bottom to show the scores. So I know that's an edit that I'm gonna have to get it to make. I needed to fix that. I post value, but forget the invite to buy. Oh yeah, that's a lot of my clients. I treat simple tools like rocket science and avoid. No, I like tools. And warm leads make me stall. So I wait until they cool and call it bait. Oh yeah, a lot of people don't follow up with their leads. Boom. And then calculate my score. And then it should bring them down here. And so then it says you have a stable system, patch one leak for 14 days. This is very light. So let's say I want it to, first, I want it to, when choosing a rating, do not go to the bottom of the page. Just go to the next question. And then this scoring system, the results seem very light for me, right? So the results do not give enough detail. Provide let's say 3 sentences that will help the user.
Question. So are you updating your prompt with the
Mm-hmm.
information you're saying right now? Okay.
Yes. So here I'm on the side. I'm just saying it released version 1. Version 1 is okay, but here are the changes I want you to make. And then the last thing we said was after they receive their results, give them a button that says get free help now and takes them to, and this is where you can put whatever link you want. I'm going to put the Hero Academy link. You could put the link to your lead magnet. You could change the button and say the button that says schedule a consultation call. And then the button takes them to your link. But we're going to say, let's go to the Hero Academy. Okay. Makes sense? And now we're going to say, make these changes. Now it's telling me, oh, okay, I understand what you asked for. I'll remove that auto scroll to results and I'll add more detailed advice. And I'm going to add that call to action button that opens in a new tab. Okay, so how could you use this? Tell me, what are you guys thinking? Hopefully it's getting your gears going on how you could use this in your business.
Yeah, I could use it for two of them. I could definitely use it on the real estate side, so far as
Mhm.
finding out where the buyer is or is not, and or potential seller. Maybe you're a year out from selling, maybe you're 3 months out from selling. And then I could also use it for the journals I'm getting ready to drop so that people know which journal to get for whatever it is that they're going through.
Love it. Love it, right? And you can put this quiz before those things, like for your journals. You could put
Hmm.
on your journal page, right? Hey, take this quiz first to find out which one to buy.
Correct.
So yeah, I love it. Okay, so let's see how it does now. All right, now we're not jumping down to the bottom. And we've got the score. I hit calculate my score. I guess it just doesn't really do anything. And it takes me to the stable system. And then there's the prompt. Oh, and it did add in more information. I hit get free help now, and it takes me to Hero Academy. Okay, so now how do I host this? Like, where do I put this? Okay, so here's the show code. You can copy this code and you can put it on your own website if web design, right? So I've done that. When you guys went to my 0 to 2K, I copied that code and put it onto my website, right? Sure. But what if I'm not into doing any type of web design stuff? I can use this in a design, and then you would just use it in a website. Again, if you have the paid version of Canva, you have the ability for this. I'm going to change the name here because this does show up wherever you put your website. That's what it looks like. Publish website. No, it's going to create a Canva site for you, and it's going to give you a URL. All right. You can choose which one it's going to be whatever your team name is, .my.canva site. And then you could put a sub path on here. So I'm going to call it mindset check. And then there's the whole URL. Let's say done. And then I'm going to hit publish. And this stays in your Canva design. So you will see this in your Canva design. So you won't lose like that link or anything like that. There's my live website. And copy the link. And there is the mindset quiz that we just created.
Got a question.
Yes.
So it'll stay with my.canva.site, right? Okay.
Unless you have connected your Canva to another domain.
Okay.
Which you can do as well.
Okay.
Right. So one thing that I probably would have changed, I would have put my logo here, right? Or I would have told it to remove this from the design. But just to show you how quickly you could get something stood up. And that's it. And look,
So I
I
have a
even put the
question.
hero method down there and everything. Yes, Shanda.
So instead of copying the code, could you just copy the URL to put on your website?
Yes. This
Okay.
URL, you could copy. I could share this with you all now, and you could actually go to it and take this quiz. Yes. Yeah, that's it. I was like, they're about to put us out of business. We've been having our own meetings internally at Design Theory because we do web design. And obviously you can see this is simple, but it is effective, but it is simple, right? It's not like an intake form that's doing all types of stuff, but AI is moving so quickly that it is going to have implications on agencies like ours where we do web design. So now our next step is how do we integrate it more? Where do we find the niche where people maybe they want to do it, but they don't even want to do this part of it, right? Or they want a higher level of it. But this is the functionality that's available to you. And again, if I went back to my ChatGPT, I could have just hit do it in Canva and it would have just opened it and taken me over there to it as well. So I want you guys to keep this in mind, use it, put it in your toolkit. We have like a toolkit of all these different ways that we can attract attention so that we can increase our sales. This is one of those ways. Any other questions on the Canva piece?
Thank you. That was very informative. Definitely
You're
needed.